Alright, episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. So, doink! Yes. That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. What? This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at the table when he drank from the poisoned cup of coffee. No! You're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw. What did you see? I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer. Who the hell? Poisoned cup of coffee? Why won't anyone believe me? Who the hell? Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright? What the? This court finds the defendant... guilty? But I just started! This court is adjourned. Oh! What the frack? I just started the episode! January 6th, 10:03 a.m., Brighton Coal offices. Ah! The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So, I've decided that our resolution should be Safari! Take on the world. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you should have had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never! You gotta eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal. What? Detective Gunshoe. Happy New Year, Detective! Anyways, now listen up, right? I wanna... Here's to another free lawyer police cooperation. Yeah, me too. Alright, pal, you got some explaining to do. Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? A what? Well, here, it's nothing really much, but... Hey, thanks. Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't gotten her a present, have you? No, I mean, yes. I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose? Haha, I guess I'm busted. How do you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Why does it look like Phoenix is on it? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced. What? Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childish amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal. About you! Listen to this, Mr. Wright. You must take full responsibility for ruling this case. Well, and you don't tell me you don't remember anything about it? But I don't remember anything about it. Even though it just happened, but it just happened on its own. What the hell is trounced? Trounced, defeat heavily in contest. So, defeated heavily in contest. When was that issue from anyway? December of last year, which makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? Old news or not, it still happened, it's still gonna get caught up. But I wasn't involved in the poisoning case in December. So what do you think about all of this, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then only one possibility. No way, you don't mean a phony, Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. Magazine clipping an article of December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe sort of. Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting full of yourselves? But I didn't do anything wrong, at least not that I can remember. You better make this right now, pal. This means taking the case back to court. Got it? Sounds like we got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle this with gusto. I don't know, the judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case? Good, I'm going to head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct, drop by if you need anything. Okay, pal? Who the hell? I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix, right? If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? The impersonator. Wait, who else? Kado, Gumshoe, and Mia. Where's Pearly Pearl? I guess Pearl's decided to go back to the Kring village. What to do? So, what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention center and talk. Wait a second, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is gonna be jumping at the chance to meet you, right? Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony. I mean... What the hell? It's Phoenix backwards. I hope not, Shudder. And what kind of name for an evil double is Zin-Eoff is, anyways? Oh, Nick, I got it! If you're gonna ask whether I got a twin brother, the answer is no. Spoil sport. Someone's impersonating me. But who? Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or is it just me? What do you mean? I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who just found out he's gonna be a dad or something. Yeah, I guess he was acting kinda strange. Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, then maybe it's because of our new guilty client. Alright, fine. I gotta go to the Detention Center. I can't overly emphasize the French accent. Did I just mix a redneck with a French accent together? Fredneck. This is so nerve-wracking. Waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person who you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. What kind of talk could ruin me? Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you? Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird. The first case from the second game. Forgotten Turnabout. Maggie Bird, she's a policewoman who defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquit? Oh, sure, very funny. After the 5th-rate defense job, you came in here and started making jokes. You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. A fake me tried to defend you and horribly got you convicted. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand today. No. I'm sorry you got caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. And I vaguely remember saying the exact same thing last time. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. What happened? Maggie Bird. So, how come you dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of the life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me right away, sir. I think you got into this mess straight away, right? Yeah, you could put it that way. What happened? This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. And that happened at Tresbian. Tresbian? Yes, it's a restaurant where good and service and friendly smiles are always included. Oh! There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one sprinkled some sort of poison in the other. One of the men slipped some poison in the victim's cup. The victim took one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all, I've never seen the guy before. Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Of course! A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele. So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway. How come? You tell me, Mr. Wright. Ah, guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer, but see if I can get a description of the guy. Guilty verdict. So, if you saw the murder, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know, but nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison in my pocket when I was unconscious. And no one else saw this other guy. No, sir! That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. The other guy. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men. Oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And the other was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD. Huh, did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for the debut, I guess. So it was a band CD. Maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was an MC Screwdriver. Why would you call it MC Screwdriver? Get serious, Mayo. Would you buy a CD of the group and name that? What was the name of it again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well built like the victim, really. Okay, I need to... That badge, is it real? Of course it's real. Why would you ask if the badge was real? That's what they all say, but I've been duped before. Give it to me for a second. Ah! Chomp. She bit into it. And I left a few teeth marks, too. I can see that. I don't see the teeth marks. I just wish I could remember if that means it's real or fake. I said it was real. This one's real. My old port badge shows that I'm a defense attorney. And this! Oh, yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey, this is an article about my case. Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room where you were wearing one of your super sharp suits. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Maggie, was my evil double I am here too? No. No, I don't remember phoning you, Maya. Oh. It would have been so cool if only, Maya. Then you really got worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared a disc crime, you said. A disc crime? Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was strange. Only a little. Well, okay, so you're a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was... What? So the guy was nothing like me, then. But yeah, your spiky hair and blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had this big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney, so we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright, do you think we will win next time, sir? My life has been full of coarse meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed on almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll fight it. Just wait and see, sir. I'll find one single moment of good luck. Zin Eof is really gonna pay for this. What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever did it is gonna get it. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Zin Eof for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you when Trez Beanie is. Trez. Ah, the restaurant where the murder took place. Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick. Let's go check out the restaurant and its food. So, we know where it is. Trez Bean. Very good. January 6th, Trez Bean. This is so freaking flowery, like a maid cafe. What the frack? It's so frickin' pink, like bubblegum. Wow, look at this place. It blinds my eyes. Look, or like smell what's with the suffocating scent of flowers in here. Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not at all into it. Neither am I. Even if I identify as trans, even I'm not in that. No one's coming to see us. Maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. There's a restaurant. It's open for business. Hello, anyone there? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect! Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take what we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. The door. This is the restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging in the door written in French. Film. Probably says open or close. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which one it says. Since I don't know jocks about French. Okay. Film. I can actually translate that. Just to see which one is open. Let's see. This frickin' music is so messed up. Let's see. Open. So, open is O-U-V-R-I-R. Ouvrir. And closed. Fermé. So, firm. Okay, so there's actually two different translations for this. There's the masculine and the feminine. The feminine version is fermé, which is like 2 E's. And the masculine one is closed with 1 E. So this is like the closed masculine sign on the back. At least in French. I don't know much about French. Look at that little trinket tucked away in there. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all these personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bone china cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya. This is a common knowledge, but any Joe Schmo knows this much. Magazine rack. There's a rack full of magazines, and they're all in French. Why didn't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I should always... I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. There's something stuffed behind the rack. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber. Huh. MC Bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros? Ha ha ha. What the hell? $100,000 maybe? And then there's scribbled out $500,000 over there. I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper is from December 3rd. This paper is from the day of the poisoning. What? Sports paper from December 3rd, the day of the incident, found at Trez Bean. A paper from the day of the murder. There's gotta be a clue. I should see if I can find out more on this paper. Record full of magazines. The sports paper behind the magazine rack earlier. I better try to find out everything I can about it. So it's some weird... Is that Mask the Mask at the bottom left there? Just laughing. And then there's MC Bomber pointing to the $100,000. And then there's a bomb over to the right where there's like $500,000, like double scratched. I don't know. I found out what I can. Cashier flyer. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. Okay. The crime scene. There's the table set nicely. It just needs a customer. What do you think about this flower? Think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think. Huh? Even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dag nabbit. And I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. So the crime scene. There's must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess that's with all the police tape around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know? Then why can I picture you just doing that? Flower. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Really? Cool, I love the snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snowing. Got you. I was only kidding, Maya. Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty-bitty lie about non-existent white snow. So, this is where it happened. This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your left or right. Huh. Who the hell is this? Okay, so nothing new here, nothing new here. Something new here. January 6th. It's been ages since we came down to the precinct. Huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is in the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. I guess that means we should go back to the detention center and chat with the killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure the killer is on the right label. You! This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Master Mask turned up at the bank? What is he doing? Hands up, you scallywags, you're under arrest. Hey, that's our job. Looks like Ron Delight's opted for a new career. Quit surfing the net, chief. Sorry, I was just, things feel pretty tense in here. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files for each one. Funny, they're a lot tinier than expected. Yes. You! That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Don't die running a red light. Die the old-fashioned way, of old age. I can't help but wonder he's talking about Detective Gumshoe. We have a winner. Inject a bit of humor. That's the key. He must be coming up with the slogans for a safety campaign, I guess. Don't die running red. Die running in blue. And we'll see all of you. Speaking of running blue, you received an invitation. Power Dark King. If he's playing Fortnite, I am going to automatically say no. Because I am not going to play Fortnite. I see music. I don't see Fortnite. I see you are doing French. You are French. You are French! Power King. You're on the PS3. Fine, I'll join in. I'll see what's what. Hello. How are you? I'm just in the middle of a live stream. What do you need? Hello? Just in the middle of a live stream. What do you guys need? You've been kicked out of the party. Wow. Only to be invited, only to be kicked. Oh well, never mind. Hey, that's the police mascot. That's the blue badger. It was my idea, I made it, and now it's national symbol of the police force. National. So what's with the pink one? It's a new one, right? She's not it. An it, Nick. She's a she, right, Nick? Chief? Yep. Meet the pink badger. So the one's called blue and the other one's called pink, but they're both called badger. You got it, they're married. Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief. You got it, that's marriage for you. I feel like playing my controller as a harmonica. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. A poster of the female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. That's not the latest, because it looks like the early ones from before. Okay, back to this. I need to show you this. Oh, a sport paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title? No, Maggie, that paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no! I found this paper in the magazine rack at Trismean. Really? That's strange. Trismean doesn't get any newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left behind? Anyway, what I want you to take a look at this scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber, that was the name that was written on the CD. Just as I thought. I guess it was an MC Screwdriver after all, huh? Nope. So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Crane, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. May have. How do we know? You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder. I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? Okay, where to go? What to do? Do I go back here? January 6th, Charles B. Oh la la! Bonjour! Welcome to La Très Bien! Oh, hello. What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Oh god. Bienvenue! Welcome to my petit restaurant! Oh god. Huh? The Avenue? Oh no, my petit tulip! Huh? Me? Look at this face! Like a kitten rejected by its own mother! You are fatigued, no? Hello, you need this? Anoramic battle manage of La Noyer Law and La Rose, my personal recommendation. You think I need what? We just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la bathwater and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic. Really? And for la monsieur? Oh god, no, don't you dare. Who? Me? Look at the face. Like the puppy rejected by life itself. You're fatigued, no? Are you gonna try to pull off your marketing scheme? You have like a single frickin' roll-up beard right down there. For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Is that the same thing? Oil of bergamot and maybe a hint of oui. I'll add le peppermint and la clary sage for fragrance exceptional. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Uh-oh. Hello, if you will be seated, I will bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat, we're lawyers. Mais, bien sûr. I know this already, monsieur. You're La Phoenix Rat. No? Yes. You know me? Moi, oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by a mysterious Zin Yof. Looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impression Zin Yof has been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I'm Jean Armstrong, enchanté. You look like you're about to shit on the floor. Because you have to go to the bathroom badly. Très bien. So what does très bien mean? I think it means very good in French. I know très, that means 3, right? No. Very good. No, très bien en français. In English, you would say very good. Yep. Très bien. Bien is good. Très is another way of saying very. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food is so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate le haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I did not have enough ends. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui! For the moment, no one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi! Please don't eyeball me while you say that, you frickin'... You try to... You know what, never mind. I am the chef. I am le manger. I am also a trained aromatherapist. Roaming what? I practice the aromatherapy. Le auto-soothing la soul with delicate floral aroma. Delicate? The smell coming from this bottle earlier was anything but. What happened? So, can you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien! It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been a month since Maggie's sentencing. So, it was the 3rd last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. So, just after 1 p.m. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That's the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui! He was dead! Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. The police asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. But I am not the only one. That old man and this same thing. Old man? What old man? So there was another witness. So, who was this old man that you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw? Mass, we, as usual, he came alone that day. At the time of the murder, I was there. He saw it too. But he said some same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears that there were two people. Mas, Mademoiselle lawyer, he could not prove this. No? About the lawyer? That was me, I suppose. Mas, bien sûr! Wow. He's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't get yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up? I need to ask you this. Do you know about anything of this? I'm not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court was a little, how you say, lacking, perhaps. I have finished! How many cases did I do? I don't know. I'm thinking there was 5 in the first game, 4 in the second game. I just finished 6, so I finished 11 or so cases. You can't say mine was lacking. I did cross-examination, and maybe I used a frickin' walkthrough here and there, but at least I know how to get shit done. I usually use a walkthrough when my mind overloads on too much information. Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You're very cool, though. Oh, oui, so handsome. I just wondered just how bad the defense could have been. Every time you opened your mouth, the old court felt stirred. Oh man, that was something I don't want to imagine. This! En French, no! We found this sports paper in the magazine right here. One of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which way the customer was? The only idea I have, mademoiselle, I saved it for my kitchen. You know about you? Oh la la, you have such a pretty smile, ma petite chulip. Who, me? Oui, that smile is the most important thing for us girls. N'est ce pas? Oh, sure. If you want the job here, it is yours, precious. Fine. How do you know about her? Mon Dieu, what beauty, that's my sister. Ah oui, another delight. But you have a certain je ne sais quoi that I do not sense from your sister. I do? So you throw your head, I thrust out your feminine features. Do not do that, ma fille. Ma fille, you are a woman extraordinaire. Do I look like I need cheering up or something? Maybe. Do you know him? About this. Felicians. Ack. Do not comprehend. Nick, don't make something up. Do you know him? Have you seen him? No. Her? Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was less suspect in la murder investigation, no? Oh, you know about that? That is why I gave her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, blended from bergamot, like I have given to you before. But she has been arrested again and felt guilty this time. This is true. The natural aroma of happiness must have been very strong. Just a minute, your perfume doesn't work. I'm not surprised she was the last prime suspect after something like that took place before my very eyes. That? Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does that mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info on that stat. You! What the hell is going on in your mind? It is odd to imagine I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years in La Guerre Prowess. Wow, in Paris? There was something that Chef Zell said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, so unexpected. But you would have to be afford to do this, no? So you trained? Maggie's motive. When Maggie took the coffee or the victim, did anything happen? Oh, oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was, nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy. But she's still indicted for murder. The prosecution must have some kind of... come up with some kind of motive. It is true. If there's anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be irrelevant. So please tell us what you know. Oh! Oh! Cyclops. He does know something. He's related to this! So what are you gonna do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the? What's wrong? The Magatama is gone! What?! I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. What? Why? What? But why? But I could see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby? Mr. Armstrong, could I just confirm again with you something? The table where the victim was sitting. Was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you have to ask him yourselves. Huh? Him? That old man spends all of his times in the park. The park? Oh, a park. What park's that? Behind the restaurant, it's called Vitamin Square. Thank you! Je vous en prie, ma dear. Let's go check it out. Vitamin Square right now, Nick! Okay, first things first. What the hell happened to this? Where did it go? You took it from me, didn't you? But why? Where the hell is my Magatama? Seriously. You took it from me! You frickin' the overly homoerotic French shit! Dear God. Vitamin Square! Vitamins, yes. Squares, no. Actually, there's one square in the top left right there. That's the sign itself. So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, see where they get the name from this. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Hey, Nick! That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. He's not throwing seeds at them, he's throwing for them, he's throwing seeds at them. What the hell? My grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Speaking of raised to red, he's got the frickin'... He's got a swollen testicle for a nose. Dear God, what the hell is up with this guy? You... Hi! Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you? Yes! I just want to ask you a couple questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons? He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt. Go on! Eat this! Maggie Bird. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird? I don't know any Maggie Bird. Yes, you do. The Maggie. The waitress at Trisme. Ha! It's a disgrace, I tell you. Another disgrace. A disgrace? An innocent young girl revealing herself like that. Revealing? You mean her uniform? The youth of today, they don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you, not one chance. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty? I thought this game took place in California, but it seems like there was one part of this game that still retained the Japanese values. What about me? I'm not anything revealing. You? Your problem is that you lack any sense of grace. Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Trisme, do you go to Trisme a lot? Humph, that miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve in there's not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice? It's a French restaurant, not a Japanese restaurant. Trisme is a French restaurant, sir. Where do you think we are, boy, in Paris? Well, I want real food, not those snooty snacks. And what about the shameless girls? You mean the waitresses? You can see all the way up there. There. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Listen, it's not my restaurant. God, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant. That place is miserable. He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Trez being regular. Are you a regular at the restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going in there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Haha, take that! He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a Cyclops or two. Oh, wait! I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only alone. You better find it or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm gonna be in a world of pain. So, he could be hiding something, but I don't know. but at the same time, I don't exactly have the Magatama with me. So, this place is so fruity. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Same! Actually, I like apples, bananas, and grapes. And then that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on, don't be sick in the mud. Slide down a few times. Go on. Wow. No way. I get covered in sand if I slid down the slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I give you a try. Strawberry, oranges... What the hell? Oh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listing. You disgusting rogue picking up someone else's used threw away? Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job? Cat! That's none of your business. Sorry, I guess I'll have to take the magazine with me then. I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back. Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Picked up from a bench in Vitamin Square, thrown away by the old man. Hey, that's mine. Yeah, well, you said picking up someone else's throwaway, which you were just complaining about something that's yours. Oranges! Look for this orange reminds me. What? That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know? You don't have to tell me twice. Pigeons! Hey, look, pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them, too. You know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray. Is that it? You're overthinking this one just a bit by a smidge, Maya. Actually, there's a lot of pigeons in Toronto. I still think that rock pigeons are a bit of a symbol of peace, which is actually appreciative. I like the pigeons. I wish I could pet one of them and hold them. I used to love sandbuggers like that. You wouldn't believe. Really? You? Sure, finding iron fillings in the fan with magnet was a favorite thing to do. Iron fillings? Wow, that too is exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. It was such a kid back then. So did you ever manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think it came close though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron fillings I found way back when. You want them? No! This looks very suggestive. When you have 2 oranges and a banana, that can look very suggestive. Water fountain, can't examine it. Pigeons, already examined it. Slide. Okay, so... Can go to the vitamin. Go to the detention. Can I talk to you about anything? Can I go back to the criminal affairs? No. Law offices, no. Can't go back there. Okay, you know what? I gotta talk to him. What if I submit this to him? Ooh, mademoiselle! Yes? Are you looking for the job? What? No, I was just... Let me see, your style is un peu different, but you have the good face. Different? Felicitations, you are bust. I will hire you. Bon, bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. I'm French, damn it! Nico! I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for my maybe I should do it both? You! Hi! Okay, excuse me, sir. You're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna say anything. You're probably gonna ignore this. You know her. So I can't do anything with her. Nope, you don't know good do. You have no relation. You know her. Nope. Have you seen him? Okay, he's not gonna say anything to anyone. Even if I miss one. But I'll just go over to Amy. Yeah. He's not gonna do it. Okay, so... Nothing I can do here. I got Maya. The job. Now I'm starting to speak French as well. Okay, detention center. Ooh. January 6th, detention center visitor room. Looks like I have many in questioning. Guess I asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Criminal affairs, please. Yes! January 6th, police department. I think someone wants to say hi. Could I still call? Yes! Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? That's the one gonna find her is? Oh, no, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Let me just close all this shit so I don't have to deal with so much shit. Nope. Okay, we just started an investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. Gumshoe's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor. Shit! He's probably gonna have a few arguments up his sleeve. Oh, him. Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again? Yes. I'll make sure you get locked up for good. Got it? Shit. Fine! At least tell me something that'll help. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Well, when she was on the police force, you were her mentor when she was rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you mean. Oh, I know exactly what you mean. You were, you wanted to be with her. Hey, what's the funny look, pal? I was just her. I wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training. But that's it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe sure is putting up a storm of nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie. I don't like her or anything. I was... Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it? Sure. And will you mind not guessing what I'm thinking at that time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. The victim. So I was running. You fill me in on the victim. Glenn Elg. Glenn Elg? He was a computer programmer. I see, a programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed that he never before seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef, said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. A programmer, and the first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding me. What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal. I'm really busy. I haven't even gotten time to sift through these papers. Look at it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? Investigation? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge had already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I got a mountain of paper on this case to look over before tomorrow. But I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird is no liar. Okay, so she's a bit out there, and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know? So what do you think really happened? Just how contradictory is her testimony? Contradiction? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. She said 2, everybody else said 1. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone with the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about that CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. But didn't Maggie say that the victim was wearing an earpiece too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in front of the pocket of his hoodie. A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of the transmitter didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Because I can see the sight blocks, but for some odd reason, my Megatamo was stolen! Is this a real thing, pal? Why does everyone keep asking me that? I wonder what this phony of yours is like. He had Maggie found guilty of murder, doesn't that tell you? I gotta track this creep down. This! Oh, I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. And what did he say? He started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss of words. But he must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for an hour. But he said you sucked so much, it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. It looked like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty? What's that? A sports paper? Yeah, found it dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. Maybe. And take a look at this. See the writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. Ah! It's no good, I can't remember. And he goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get some handwriting analysis done on the scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about this in any case. Thanks, Matt. This will be a turn of change. Good. Fortunately, we're given the Detective Gumshoe. Okay, this! Nope. Okay. Maya, hey, so she's not with you today. She's working down at the restaurant right now. Working, huh? Yeah, it's tough being broke. I know. I would know. Okay. I would know about being broke as well. It's never okay. Next time I see her, I'll show her how to make the world's best instant noodles. We low earners have to stick together. It's the only way. Why is she shaking my hand with such enthusiasm? Because he thinks I'm a low earner. Mia. So she cross-examined me once, you know. What? Mia did? Yeah. That was us, the big guns locking horns. Witness versus lawyer. It was a battle of cutting tactics and tricks. But the witness isn't supposed to play any tricks. I can't believe she's gone. Godot, that guy's gonna be the prosecutor in Maggie's trial tomorrow. Oh, really? He was working on a bunch of more important cases at the moment. But he canceled them all just so he could take you on, pal. Why is that guy so determined to see me fail? Why is everyone determined to see me fail? Because they all hate me. But why would they hate me? You sure attract a lot of attention, huh? Too bad it's all the wrong kind. You! I'm such a loser. I had high hopes for Maggie. Was gonna make her the best detective there ever was. But then all of a sudden she was charged with murder and arrested. I never saw it coming. I never imagined they'd find her guilty. I hate myself for not being able to do anything. It's okay, Detective Gumshoe. We still have a chance to make this right. You know what? You're not such a bad guy after all, pal. Maggie, have you gone to see Maggie? Of course I have, but I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words. Oh, yeah, I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggie was really supportive of me. It was great to have someone to talk to. He go for her or for himself? You, the chef at Tresbien, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of that toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. And I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about this guy. Huh? You can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's on my time. I mean, I can't stop thinking about it. How I'm thinking he's involved in this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something about our charming little chef. You! What do you know? Make of this? Oh, come on. You don't know anything about this guy? The charming chef. So what exactly is that caught your attention about the chef at Tresbien? He's, it's kind of hard to say. Kai is probably not connected with the case anyways. Huh? Come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me a there on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kind of unimportant. Gossipy stuff. You know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Trisbien and investigate the place for yourself. And if you find anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef at Trisbien and then report back to Gumshoe. Okay, fine. I'll do it. January 6th, Wright & Cole offices. Poor Maya, looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taking a shot at her. I suppose I'll have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Trisbien once things have cooled off. Nope. Detention center, you're not there. Okay, back at La Trisbien. I'm really butchered the French language. The scent of flowers is so strong, it's making me dizzy. Who the hell are you? Oh, hello. You got a bandage on your head and you look like you're out of the century. Who was that just now? A customer? She has sort of dark aura about her. She's dark! She's another evil bitch! Ah, welcome, bienvenue. Is that Mr. Armstrong? Wow, what a cute voice. Hi! Oh, it's Maya. Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya, well, how do I look? You look like you're a typical French maiden in Japan. Maybe you should quit being a spear medium. Maybe, it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're our first customer ever. Then who is it, that woman I just saw? Oh, since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I'm kind of hungry, actually. Okay. Waitress, So, how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for waitress to do. Taking people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course we need a customer before I get to do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget the ultra cute waitress. Check out my give me a tip smile. Check out my please give me money! I'm so poor smile. Lunch special. Hey Nick, why didn't you order something? You look like you got cash to spend. You are rolling in the dough with all sorts of flour on your soups. The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. How much is it? It's a twin tea set, so it's $20. Shit! Twin tea set, I believe I'll pick a basket. It's kind of expensive. What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register. How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe later. About the lunch. Oh, a fine choice, sir. No, Kitchen! A lunch special, please. All with the extra drinks, side salad, a dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. I don't need it. Okay. Mine's really getting into this. So how much is this set? $20, huh? Going with the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45. Ah! Hey, wait a minute, Maya. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here are your deluxe fortified lunch set. Is that lobster? Dear God, that's lobster. How is you? Whoa. Good. I'm gonna get some groceries later. I need to get fruits and veggies. I don't have enough fruits and veggies. A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit! Thanks. Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already. Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch goes. Well, are you hungry, Maya? I'm starving. Here, it's yours. Really? Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate. Can I call you in your live stream? 1 second. Let me get on Discord on my desktop. I just remembered, I gotta clean toilets. Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Frisbee and lunch. Costs $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes. Oh God. Oh dear God. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey Nick, you want to take a peek in the kitchen? Kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Want to plant stuff? Yes. The kitchen. Now is it what Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all the chef's greatest secrets. In the kitchen, that sounds tasty. Hey, wait up! Maya! What is it? I'm busy right now. Where are you going to show me around? There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off to your face. I better conduct my search in the kitchen myself. I better do things with my life so I can feel better about myself. And stop talking trash like an Eastern European. Okay, get in the kitchen. January 6th, Très Bien Kitchen. Dear God, it's just as pink as it was out there, except it's all tiley and still got pink. And here it is, a famous Très Bien Kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually. There is a weird atmosphere in here for that, for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so you better search quickly. Chop, chop! Oh, I will search quickly. I will look at everything. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow! Look at all these little bottles. Is that Japanese style? No, that's French style. Or maybe it's Japanese French. I don't know! You went to a Japanese French restaurant? You tell me! Oh, there are them with oils. Got so many. They're overflowing on the floor. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. What is this? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? It doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder? I didn't actually go in. Lol. I didn't actually go in. Lol. LOL. You should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? Found in the kitchen, shaped is different from any other bottles. Contents are unknown. Huh. What is this? Now, this is one large mirror. That is not one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? Poems, cool! Read one out! And it says in your best French accent with intensity, okay? Okay. Okay, here's one. It's called 20 Ounce. The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. The sweet nothing's over too soon on that Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea and I will know what it will do. I must lie to you. I must. What? The hell? Huh? That's it? Yep, that's a poem for you. It's so messed up, but there's a lot more meaning to it. I don't know what that poem is. I've never heard of it. Dishes! What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they gave the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was cooking a pot, I'd perfectly happy to sit on the shelf under those. How do you respond to something like that? Pots. It smells good. Something's bubbling nicely in the pot. Must be the luster and album frisque with the balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch? Maybe. I can't hear...
I think...
You think what?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Maybe only first dish I know the name of. Knives. Now I know...
1 second, I will be right back.
Okay. I never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container is oyster sauce. What is that? Isn't that used in a Chinese food? Ah! Look! Right there on the counter! My Magatama, what's it doing there? What indeed? Magatama put in the pocket. Recovered in the kitchen of Trisbeen. Huh. Why was the Magatama in here? Now that I know I'm a French restaurant, I never heard of most of these seasons. Oyster sauce. Cheesecake, you don't exactly need a sharp knife from one of those, Nick. Because everything is overly French. Or no, it's the Japanese vision of what the French looks like. With lace curtains and everything, and it's just so overly messed up. Alright, okay. There's one thing I want to do. I want to get the newspaper back from Gumshoe. Because I know he might have a handwriting analysis for me. January 6th, police station. Hey, you're just in time. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The lab got me back about that newspaper you gave me. It must mean the sports paper with the memo scrawled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elg. No doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts of the moment. Left by the victim, duel is in the victim's handwriting. MC Bomber. I get the feeling we've heard that name before. Oh, well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me when you find the restaurant, okay? Just when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although I get the feeling there's somehow something I need to show him. Like what? Yeah, there is something I need to show him. This! This! What do you make of this? Nope. Okay, so the Magatama that I found doesn't work, but this, you got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look like the same, wouldn't you agree? A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? It smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of the bottle are pretty important. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. I had a hunch there was something fun about that chef. You suspect Jean Armstrong? I got this guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I better fill in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. Okay. Go on. So it's Mr. Armstrong's secret. Have you ever had lunch at the Trisbee, pal? Yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being too nice about me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty that it's because of the food. I mean, the place is clean. He's got the girl like Maggie as waitress, so yeah, it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is that he's up to his ears in debt. Up to his ears in debt? I thought it was... Or he was up to his eyeballs. But then again, I guess being up to your eyeballs is being up to your ears in debt. Same level. Really? How much did he owe? There's a copy of the loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. Oh, God. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. If he was a sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. John's loan contract. The owner of the loan is Tender Lender. What the hell? It's worth $500,000, pal. That's, $500,000 bills! What was this, in there for? Is there really that much money tied up in this case? I can't give you the answer on that, pal. Not without the case file in front of me. But I'll tell you this. That Armstrong guy could have done anything for cash. He was desperate, you know? No, I don't. But I think I sort of get the picture. You know, but this... No, I'm guessing he won't explain anything else to me. So I gotta look around for more. I think I talked to Gumshoe about everything. He talked to everything about you. Vitamin Square. Now that I have the Magatama back, that means I can... Oh. Whose scooter is that? Vitamin Square. The old guy's not here anymore. Drat! And I still have some unanswered questions for him. Something tells me I could have used a Magatama on him. Huh. Whose scooter is this? A scooter, huh? Who'd live there in the middle of the park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been an accident. It's totally wrecked. Hey! What do you think you're doing with my bike? Oh my god. What the hell? He looks like a freaking demon. No, I was just... Gwar! You've been messing with my new ride. Is that what you've been doing? You... What the hell? No, right? Gwar, you was gonna pay for this. It wasn't me, it was just passed by. Hey, you was the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? Gwar, you was gonna pay. Catch my drift? No, wait a second. I'm not pigeon. A wise guy, eh? I beat you so hard I feel like you were smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You just better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What do you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney. Phoenix Wright. You saying you're Phoenix Wright? Yeah. I am. You look like you have the same hairstyle as Phoenix himself. What is up with that? He was a wise guy too, huh? Because I am Phoenix Wright, the one and only. So you're the phony. What? Out of my way, I gotta cruise! He's gone. Surely that guy was my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me. Guess I better make a note of the scooter. Ridden by my phony, the wheel guard is all smashed up. Ha! Pathetic! Oh, it's you. A few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes. Have you been here the whole time then? I was in that strawberry, I had some thinking to do. Maybe because you didn't want to deal with that guy on the scooter. More like you had some cowering to do. Alright. Now... I wanted to question you because I want to know if you're a regular. Are you a regular at the restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going in there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Ha-ha! Take that! I knew it. Yeah, he's hiding stuff. I knew it! Literally, you would say the same thing. This old guy has got something to hide, but what could it be? I think I might be able to have the evidence. I don't have a walkthrough with me, so whatever it is, it's all on me. Take that! I lined that up just to fit it with perfectly. Okay, do I have the arrange to work? Trish being regular. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at the restaurant that you dislike so much? Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to the restaurants: to eat. To eat? Is that the whole truth? What do you mean? I don't think you go to the restaurant for the food at all. You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got? I can tell you that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to the place for
Hello,
food.
beautiful.
Hello there, beautiful. Because the food is horrible. Take that! The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu. That's the twin tea set.
Pudding.
That's not pudding. The food at Trisbean is terrible and expensive. You're wrong. It's cheap. Huh? I'm rich. I inherited money.
I think the live stream is behind.
Maybe. Oh well. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. You are not rich. I haven't done a job of work since I was born.
Yeah, I love that stats. You're like, you are not rich.
He's not rich. How do I know? Because there was a job listing magazine in the park where he was throwing seeds, and he was upset that I pick it up. So he actually wanted that magazine because he was looking for a job. He's just pretending that he's not looking for a job because he's so freaking proud of himself. What a load of crock. The taste of another story, but the price is nothing to me. So you're saying that you go there because you got money to burn? Exactly! I have so much cash I go for a swim in my money vault every day. No, he's not. Unfortunately, that's a lie. What? You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. How do I know? Because of the job listing picked up from a bench in Vitamin Square, thrown away by the old man that I'm talking to right now. So take that! This is yours, right? My magazine! Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job? I was... Ah!
Are
So
you
what?
trying to finish this episode?
Yes. Why, you want to talk after?
Oh, we can talk now. I wanted to plan stuff for Wednesday.
Yeah, for Wednesday. Don't worry, I already got it in mind. So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money. Oh? I don't go to the restaurant for food. I just go for the Javacchino. Yeah, I think you mean cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there? $8. Those 8 had better be some golden beans. What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater? Do you? Is that it? No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there was really that great. No, it's not. But anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day. No, it does not. Newspapers? Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there. I'm sorry, sir, but there are no free papers to read at Trisbean. Because of this. Take that! Take a look at this. What is it? It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Trisbean. So, what of it? This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago. So they don't get free newspapers. What? You see what I'm getting at? The restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that the customer happened to leave behind.
Do your hormone pills cost money? Do your hormones cost money?
Yes.
Like, how much does it cost?
With insurance, it's cheap, but without, it's not. I'll explain later.
Do you have insurance?
No, I'm gonna get that fixed coming September. So tell me where...
So you paid for your hormones?
Yes. In any case, I can carry on. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth? I'm not hiding anything! I'm gonna have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go to so much to the Trisbean is... why would he go to the restaurant? Because he wanted to see something that he liked. What was the something that he liked? The waitress at Trisbean with Fountain Gilder... Take that! What are you asking me about that girl for? She was the waitress at Trisbean. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress. But I don't recognize that face. And you're probably telling the truth here. Because you weren't looking at the girl's face. But her outfit! Oh! That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. That uniform is all you can think about, isn't it? I can't take it. To you, that waitress was your... Enough! Please! No more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying the waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! So he is gonna fess up. The Trey's brand regular. He went to the restaurant because he wanted to see the waitress. He had his own thing going on, so he's just a poor, dirty old man looking for some frickin' maidens to go over. Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful devil. No, I didn't mean like that. Hey, we got one of those lousy cups of Javapeno every time for $8. All because of the serving girl punished me, locked me up. Really, that's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same. Another 20 euros, you'll understand what it's like. No, I won't.
What are you eating?
Chicken. I even,
Chicken?
yeah, just some leftover grilled chicken. Boneless chicken breast that I had.
Ooh, chicken.
I gave some to my landlord and she liked it. Also to my roommate and he liked it as well. You know how painful it is to be an old man like me? No, really, listen, sir. Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect. I'm Victor Kudo. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another.
When did you see your landlord? Today?
Yesterday. I don't believe this. I even broke his cyclops and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Huh. Now, how could I possibly get him in a better mood? How do you get a dirty old man to fess up? So now what? Did I get anything out of it? Aside from his name? Oh, it's your man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of seeds in my eyes. Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess. Sir? Huh, you again. Well, I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay. I think it's going pretty well.
Do you want to plan shit?
You want to plan shit now?
Yes.
Are you watching me then live stream just so you can plan shit?
Is it possible for you to do the live stream and plan shit at the same time?
Are you okay with me telling everybody over the live stream?
Are you okay with it?
Yes.
Then I'm okay with it.
Okay. Huh? You're still just a little child. You're too flat!
The reason why I'm doing it now is because my dad wants to go for sushi and movies later.
Okay, run along and play in the slide, alright? Play in the slide! We're so close, just a little more and we would have spilled. Pigeon.
Wait, what?
How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir. Quiet! Can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? Oh yeah, Mia. Mia? Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd really like to talk with you. Yes, of course,
Wait,
sir.
what are you doing after the live stream, then?
Taking a break. Snack, even from beyond the grave. Wow. Now I can ask him questions. What about the incident? You mean the man who died after drinking the Javapeno? It's like he's a different person. Somehow introducing the feminine spirit tends to melt the masculine spirit a little bit down. And it's a good thing I'm androgynous because I can see both sides of the story. And that's something you probably enjoy, don't you, Star?
Yep.
Because I can at least get the best of both worlds. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. That girl took to
Wait, what do you mean you can get the best of both worlds?
Both understand the world of masculinity and femininity.
Oh, yes.
The girl took the Javapeno over him, you see? And was the customer alone? Definitely! He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip out of his Javakino and then he said something like, "Ah!" and then he collapsed dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know, he certainly seems to be telling the truth now. It looks like Mr. Kodo didn't see the other man either. Trisbean, do you like the food at Trisbean? Well, of course, I'm really a quite sophisticated man. I'm a young businessman once. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at the restaurant really makes me back to the days in France. Why do I love this story? London's in England, not France. Oh yes, France is wonderful. I'd like to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. Ha ha ha. I can't believe Mia's laughing at this guy, huh? Trisbean regular, you visit Trisbean a lot, don't you? Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there. Heh heh heh. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner wouldn't be delighted to welcome you there, I'm sure. Be careful with that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. That man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Why isn't he an ex-con? Armstrong's record. Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh, no! Those eyes! I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. Yeah, that's one example. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. He's a pilfer, so you be careful around him, my dear. Are you sure about this? Of course! He was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javakino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Victor's note. Convicted before. A wicked man or woman. Repeated offender.
Repeated offender. Hello. Hello.
Victor Kudo. Okay, first of all, I don't think it is a haiku.
Am I going to see floofiness?
Do you see floofiness on my camera in the live stream?
No, I mean like live floofiness.
That is like floofiness.
I mean like,
so,
fine. Do I get to feel the floofiness?
Yes. So, just yes. Just to go back to what I was saying, I don't think that's a haiku. Convicted before a wicked man or woman. Repeated offender. Repeat offender. Convicted a wicked man or woman. So it almost fills the syllable part, but it's not a haiku. Why? Because a haiku, it has several things for a haiku. It has to have like 5 syllables, 3 lines, and usually there's something to do with a symbol of nature, like forestry and everything. This, it seems to lack the symbol of nature, so it fits the other parts of a haiku, but everything else, no. If it takes anything...
Would you let me look into your eyes for 20 minutes straight?
Yes.
Really?
If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy, he couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix, that's all about much I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya calling...
Why does this guy look like a red eggplant?
Because... It's like a stereotypical version of a Japanese old guy. It's just the way in which old men appear. This idea of the Japanese world where old men are perverts because they never got enough sex in life, and something about women are graceful so much that they have to hide it and be proud about it. It's just the typical nature of an old man in the Japanese world. That all old men are perverts and they're so goddamn perverted and they want sex all the time. Dirty old man! Trey's Bean. It's January 6th, Trey's Bean. Okay, fine, I'll let you have that. Guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. I had enough of being a waitress. Yeah, plus, no one came to...
live stream. Oh, there we go. It got fixed.
Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya, no! How can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. This Cyclops. Mr. Armstrong had Cyclops or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteers, of course. I need to break the locks on your heart. You goddamn lockout. So, take that! Do I have evidence? I think I do. Maybe? I don't know, but I'll find out. Maggie's
I don't know.
motive.
Your live stream is blurry now.
What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Hello, I'll confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Oh, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. Lottery ticket? The man who died here had the lottery ticket for $500,000. $500,000?
Can I ask?
Go ahead.
Fits?
What? No. Actually, yeah, 6 of them.
Like, 6 in a row?
Yeah. It disappeared. The ticket disappeared.
Wait, six in a row?
Yes. It says you should play them in.
Where?
It tells me I don't have enough evidence. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Mazaloos! You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket, and I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur!
Wait, where did you have them?
$500,000 ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning lottery ticket was stolen by this person.
Where did you have the fits?
You took it!
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Where did you have the fits?
At work.
Oh, okay. Were they forced, or did it just happen?
Some of them were forced, some of them just happened.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a high probability that it was you. Ah! You took the lottery ticket. Wow, that was one piercing scream even for a man like him. Ma fuck you, ma! Why, you have no evidence! I'm not Master Mask. I'm not the kind of person who steals properties of others. Actually, you are. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Because this haiku from Victor Kudo proves it. Take that! What is this a poem, mon monsieur? You must know I, adore poems. Please, read it, and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested from stealing your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu! Le monsieur, you are a liar. You deny? Do not make the false accusations sur pour play. You have any proof? I want you incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Yeah, I do have proof. Take that! It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. My magatama was found in your kitchen. What is that? This is my magatama. And I found it in your kitchen. No! Wow, that screen just about broke some windows. Oui, I have the weakness for the trinkets and the figurines. And just slips out, I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, is it not true? I just timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not this small trinket.
Are you talking a French accent?
Yes. He's French. Dang it. It was $500,000. Mon Dieu, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? It is true. Is it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash? So, take that! I have. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped...
Wait, you don't want to plan stuff?
Who says I didn't want to plan stuff?
Well, then let's plan stuff.
I am planning stuff. Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to do?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, movie, dinner, my place, then.
Okay.
Good?
Yes, but like, what time do you want to do? What time do you want to do the movies, and what time do you want to do food and all that?
Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna quickly do it. I'm gonna plan for the movies first, then work backwards for the dinner, and then shortly after the movies, we'll do my place. So, tomorrow... Oh no, Wednesday, July 10th. I want to do Spider-Man Far From Home. You have to say for yourself now. Ah! I broke all of his cyclocks.
Nice.
Unlock successful. Okay, so I'm gonna do Cineplex VIP. So let me just search for it on Wednesday, July 10th. Refresh results. So VIP would have to do it at 6:30. So we'd have to meet up at 5:30 for the sushi. And then we'll do movies at 6:30, and then we'll get back at my place shortly after. Sounds good?
Do you wanna, is there like an earlier movie time?
4:15, 3:15.
Well, like, how, I don't know, like, you're not working on Wednesday, right?
No. Alright, negative motive. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had
It depends on how long do you want to be with me.
All night.
Well, I can't do all night.
We'll figure it out as we go along.
Because, like, the reason why is because, like, I would be able to do all night if I was able to spend the night.
Alright, how do you know something like place in the first place? Ziman, he was listening to the radio with the EPS. Maybe he says something about that too. We'll figure it out as we go along. Don't worry about it.
I mean, do you want to meet up earlier, as in?
What time? So okay, so I'm looking at the movie start time. We could do the movie at 3:15. We could meet for sushi at around 2.
Okay.
Will that work for you?
Yeah, does that work for you?
Yeah, cause well, I know. Oh god, like I scheduled a bunch of things on Wednesday, so I'm gonna be busy Wednesday. Maybe 3. If I got enough time to get around, I'm gonna spend some. Okay, let me work backwards. I got a doctor's appointment at around 9:30. I have tennis with my landlord at around noon. It'll take me another hour to get from Lawrence back to Dundas, because I'm taking the Line 1 TTC. And then after I spend about an hour and a half with my landlord, it'll take me an hour and a half, so I gotta be there by 2:30ish, between there. Will that work for you on Tuesday?
We could also do the 4:15 movie.
We'll do the 3:15. I'll crunch it down. So
if you want, we can do the 4 o'clock. Like, what was it? 4:30, 4:15, and then we can meet for sushi at 3.
We'll do the 3:15 movie. I'll find a way to make it work. Trust me. If not, we'll do the 4:15. Okay?
Wait, can you meet up with me on that day for sure?
Yes. Because I got like 4 or 5 things going. I got doctor's appointment in the morning. I got landlord at noon for tennis. I got dinner or lunch with you at 2, and then movie at 3:15. And then I gotta spend time with you shortly afterwards. Sounds good?
It sounds good, but I don't want it. Does it sound too hectic for you?
It's not too hectic. This is something I actually want. Alright, sounds good?
Yeah, do you want to meet up at 2:30?
Yes. I gotta do this. When the lottery ticker was announced on the news, I think, all of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, 500,000, he shouted. And then the ticket, oui, he had all the tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperate in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No, oh, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. And I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Ah, yeah, and but only one of them was a winning ticket, right? How can you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. The winning ticket. I did not take it. Not ticket for 500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Miles Smithfield, it was not. That's enough. Huh? Ah! Who the hell? Mr. Godot. What in the heck are you doing here? This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for the coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am the airhead, no, just a pretty little girl everyone is laughing at. But in the case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong tickets. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's petty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I'm just a pretty face. With those looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket, then? The one that you meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just have to wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we?
I came up with another idea.
What kind of other idea? Voila, you two! Time to laugh at that pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore.
We could go to the movies at 3:15, but have sushi afterwards. And then go to your place.
Could.
If, yeah, I don't know how that sounds to you.
We'll work it out. Are you gonna be ready for that day? Looks like we need a mystery here.
Yeah.
Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I got a bad feeling about this. I gotta put all this shit away. Clean up so much. Well, anyway, we can't let Miggy suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again.
But I mean, does that sound good to you?
Continue. Yes.
Like, which do you prefer? Do you prefer to meet up at 2 or
meet up at 2? Go to the movies at 3:15. Why? Because then we can grab a couple of drinks at the bar at Cineplex VIP.
If we meet up at 2?
Yes.
Wait, why wouldn't we be able to do that if we met up for 3:15?
Because we can grab a couple of drinks and then just chat for a bit before seeing the movie. Save.
Okay, but I'm just worried you won't be able to make it, though. If
what makes you think scheduled. I won't be able to make it?
Well, if you have all those things scheduled,
well,
how are you going to make it?
With the TTC. January 7th, 9:48 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, right?
Wait, if we meet up at 2:30, though, the movie starts at 3:15, right?
Yes. So what's the problem?
That doesn't, well, 2:30, that wouldn't give us enough time to eat.
It'll give us plenty of time, because if we meet up at 2, we'll have like an hour to eat.
You said 2:30.
2-ish. 2:30 between then and there.
Because if we meet up at 2:30, like 2:30, then I think that doesn't give us enough time to eat anything.
Give us 45 minutes to eat. And besides, even if you wanted to, like, how long do you plan on eating?
Like an hour.
Uh-huh. I was thinking half an hour to 45 minutes, but okay.
Well, it depends on how long it takes for the food to arrive in our...
Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? Is if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let them dip you down, Maggie, and don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger! And you! Yes? You better not square this case away. You got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw it up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork
for... you want us to go get the drinks after the movie?
Before.
So how are we gonna have time to eat sushi, then go for drinks,
I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I think he's serious. Hey, Detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'd be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Oh, of course! I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't match up the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You got me? Okay, so we might say something stupid. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like I should go all pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. We'll figure it out as we go, so don't worry. It's only like a couple...
Me?
Yes.
Okay,
January 7th.
We can... Well, the reason why I'm planning it as of now is because I was thinking about doing my hair.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I've dealt with hectic schedules before. District Court, court number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is drinking coffee. Dot, dot, dot. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix
had a couple of ideas for Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what are your ideas?
Our trusty. Walk in the park. At High Park. Or Christie. Maybe to go for a bit of a Starbucks run. Maybe some snacks. Maybe to go shopping.
Okay, so...
Or trustee. So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please.
What exactly is it you want to do on Wednesday, then?
We'll figure it out. In the meantime, I gotta focus on the here and now. Okay? Can I please get back to live streaming?
Yeah, we could. I just thought you wanted to plan stuff for Wednesday.
We'll work on it. And don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll meet tomorrow or on Wednesday. Okay? I gotta do this. You can chat on the live stream and I'll read it there, okay? I just gotta focus.
Okay, well, do you want to meet on Wednesday at, like... So you want to meet at around, like, 2 on Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay.
I gotta go, okay? You can watch the live stream.
Okay.
Bye.
Wait, do you want to call me after the live stream?
No, we'll talk. Alright? Bye. Okay. Mr. Wright, whether you're fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are the Phoenix or not. I was questioning whether you had studied liar or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on the case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for simple repetition of evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Yeah, so you want to meet up at 2 on Wednesday? Yes! Let's start with the formality, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name is Police Department Detective, occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the eventual investigation is tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of the Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. Would you be able to speak to me during the flight tomorrow? Yes. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this in evidence. Glenn autopsy report died of potassium cyanide poison. The time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. And there are floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoning coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. Still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. And floor is X is the victim's seat. Want to chat for a bit after the live stream? Yes. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. The incident. I've done it before so many times, and I will do it again. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Garnetzx, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in the coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had some kind of a motive. Something tells me I'm gonna have to ask about the motive later. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. You really think she did it? The facts of the case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would like to begin your cross-examination. But, yes? Please, no intimidating tricks this time around. Is that understood? Wanted to tell you some stuff about my account. Okay. I already told you, that wasn't me. Don't worry, I'm not that intimidating. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Hold it! Can I stop you for a minute? Huh? What is it? You gonna say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey, sadly your testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. There are two testimonies tied up on that. They both said that there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on the point? A little harder. Press harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table is obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trey's bench, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, the one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population of the defendant. This is the photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place. Correct? I think the court will agree that with such clear view of the scene of the crime... How, Trey, could have anyone overlooked a second person at the table? Eric! Okay, so far we are supposed to meet up around 2 p.m. on Wednesday, but we can also plan as we go along. Yup! It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clear. A photo of the scene taken from near the kitchen. I understand the guy, Garnetzx, was listening to the radio at the time. Hold it! Why was he listening to the radio? He was listening to his radio, you say. What was on the radio? He had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press? Yes! And what was the victim listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well. Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? So, nobody knows what he was listening to. Traces of poison were found in the victim's cup. Hold it! So, the traces of poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. I've seen this guy before. Yeah, Gumshoe. Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So it was a solid. So the poison could have been anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Ha! You put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright? The victim took his coffee black, with no sugar. It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on the point a little harder? Press it! Cool name! Are you absolutely certain the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to the file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That was what I think. Okay, you got proof, don't you? And in case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. So you're objecting to Gumshoe and not me? Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You've been fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have time to waste, you have time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece? What piece was it again? Which one? Which piece of evidence? This! Oh, should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee cup that was in this cup. The victim gulped down. Ah! For the record, the only prints on the coffee were the victims and the defendants. The coffee contained potassium cyanide covered in the victim's and Maggie's fingerprints. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Hold it! Potassium cyanide. Ever heard of this chemical before? Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. To eat too much in your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's enough to finish anyone off. 0.2? How much is that? You know, when you swab your ear for earwax, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could be concealed anywhere. And it looks like Miss Bird has some kind of a motive. Hold it! What kind of a motive? Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out one bad coffee, you can always get another. Are you talking about the detective because you're objecting him? Huh? I don't get it. He's saying you're expendable and he can throw you out. I'm saying we can get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Yep, he is saying you're expendable. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard too yesterday. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket, it was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Now then, is it possible that Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on the point a little harder? Yes! Do it! Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's a $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Order! Order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. We'll submit the ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket, the way the judge's voice is quivering. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. This ticket was presented to the court in a previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say. It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had an ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I'd be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. Hey, I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. You weren't here last time, so you wouldn't know if it was with one final decisive piece of evidence. One final? He's got more evidence against Maggie? Cool name for a judge, lol. This is the apron that the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. What the hell? His name is Judge. Hey, Judge. How are you doing? Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain, it can't be blood. Can it? Ha! It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye, the red stain on the apron. Of course! The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. What? The red stain? Could I message you in an hour? Yes. Something else, I presume you mean? Of course! I'm referring to the pocket. What? What? The pocket? What? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. a bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Oh, God. Order, order! The girl will accept these items into evidence. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident has small pocket but big stains. That potassium cyanide, deadly powdery poison, bears Maggie fingerprints found in her apron pocket. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? What? That's not a bloodstain? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood color stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one has told me about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. So it's ketchup. It's just horribly stained. Ketchup. She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. Considering the fact that that restaurant doesn't get many customers, you could have spoken up about it a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a something like that and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling man in the case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Shit! For a conviction. Oh, dang it. Well, Trite, how the hell am I gonna turn this around? I don't know. Seems that you're really a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. The investigation. The crime scene was reported at 2:25 by a scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been really tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. Well, we figured out who he was pretty quick when the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. The last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Crap! Whatever it is, I gotta find it. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man. What time did the victim pass away? 2:30? Hold it! Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? Probably Victor. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them in seeds. Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was, well, the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. Hold it! How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes for she came to. I would have liked to have been to the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional Detective Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantic for your own time, Detective. All we need to do is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Yes, you are. The victim didn't have any identification on him. Hold it! So how did you find out? He didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone else with less than in their wallet than me, pal! The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Hold it! How did you find out? Wait a second. Huh? Should I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to the court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. And in the case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down, he's got the whole saggy shoulders and puppy eyes things going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. Seems Mr. Glenn visited a doctor before he went to trace being. He got the victim's name from the medical records that the doctor prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this one alone or ask for more? Ask about the health insurance? No. Ask about the prescription bag? The bag that was on the table. So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. An empty bag. It was completely empty? Victim got this from the doctor. So where's the prescription? Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket in the bottle of poison. Hold it! But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible that someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pockets? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happened to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. You're really trying to support the defendant. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Hold it! So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were unaccounted for. Yeah, interesting. It's true that those two items are unaccounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah! The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy. And they were just going to let him get away with it. It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's so that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand it on his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions. Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Okay. What was the new piece of evidence I just got? An empty prescription bag. So now what? Got to the store. The bag is empty. Where's the medicine? The victim didn't have any identification. That's where the bag comes in, but we figured out it was pretty quick and the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Wait. There is something missing! Objection! The bottle inside the bag. Medicine bottle. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally, I'm getting all anxious. Just waiting. So hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. But it was an empty bag. How do I know it was a bottle? Maybe I played the game before. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Triz being. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal! I bet the prosecution is gonna object and say, oh, what does the medicine have to do with this? Indeed, due to consideration was given the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself! Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Otolaryngological? Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goodo? Hardly any illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of his head and ruptured his eardrum. So he suffered hearing damage. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? He was given a cream that was applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? Okay, so his prescription was not to be ingested. It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is in very fine print. If it seems Mr. L correctly applied some of the medication while he was at Transbeing. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Seems the medication is irrelevant to the case, after all. No, Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with a weak objection. What should I do? Push the medicine issue? Medication issue. I think it's necessary. Only moments ago, Mr. Goodo made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tristan. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. Yeah, but why is it not at there? That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant that may be, it's lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You can't just say, oh, it's missing. Where'd it go? You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems like the prescription jug would contain potassium cyanide. No, that still doesn't explain where it went. It hardly seems like the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Arrgh! That's enough. Mr. Goodo, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Goodo? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater. Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems a little more trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay! Good job, Nick! The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose that means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for the recess. January 7th. And who the hell is saying stuff to me? I don't know who's saying stuff. Because defendant lobby number 1. Phew! That was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, that's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. But I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, that guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know. It's all about lies and betrayal. I've had them that my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be the old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's going to really be stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a bit old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even though it's never-ending bird seeds. So we're going to call him to the stand. 11:15 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Goodo, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls lucky old charmer who caught the show over the cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Oh, God. Name and occupation, if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. So you're from Japan. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell us the court your occupation. My occupation? Ha! Listen, youngins, how you call it? There's some... What do you think you call theirs for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or I did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidered kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. There's a dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much for demand that kind of thing here. So I take my job working at a cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness! Where were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of jalapeno. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes! Ah, yes I did. I saw it all. Then please, tell the court we're all ears. Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. What I witnessed? The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javakino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there, the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Do you? Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Ka! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. A little bit of appeal to traditionalism, I see. I think it's about time to begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? What I witnessed. Is there anything wrong with what he witnessed? The young man was reading the sports paper. Hold it! So you saw the victim then. You saw Mr. Glenn Elg? I wanted to know if Guntsen Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the paper he was reading for the victim. And the location in question? There are partitions between the tables on some of the side tables, right? So what if there are? You say you could see the victim. That means you were sitting at the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Ha! I go to places I drink Javakino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at. I mean, you go there to eye the witness, or waitress. Ugh. The servant girl brought him Javakino and she put something into it. What was it? I wonder. Hold it! Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. Wait, what? Dot every T and cross every I? I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out the waitress. And I only saw that serving girl put in the Javakino as well. I bet he knows what's coming up and I'll tell him. Press harder. Your Honor, we need more clarification as to what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask what the witness adds to what he knows about this testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There is no question about it. She was very conspicuous, put some white powder in there. White powder. Deadly, powdery poison. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuous, put some white powder in there. Hold it! Did she really put it into that coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some of the small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she be adding sugar? Sugar in a small brown bottle like that? Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Ha! A bottle like this, perhaps? Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So, what did the accused put in the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Ugh! The man took one sip in and looked in horrible pain and collapsed. Hold it! He took just one sip. You young'uns, you waste everything. Those Javakinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. Congratulations, you have earned the title of the baddest man to grace the courtroom. So it was an immediate death with potassium cyanide? I suppose that's possible. Oh, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. He felt the Javakino, it just drank, turned sour in my stomach. Oh, yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress, I presume she is? That's the servant girl right there in the defense chair. I remember her well. Hold it! You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry. You can see all the way up to her, you know. Is she practically naked in that uniform? How's she naked? So a particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear just such an inner uniform, even me! Oh god. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. I guess I gotta get a bit carried away. Ha! There are other things I recognize about her, too. He seems pretty sure about it himself. What do I do? Press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee order of the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Crudo, these other features you recognize about the defendant, I would like you to add them to your testimony. Sure, sure. There is a ribbon on her hair, and apron straps were loose. Hold it! You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. About one of the most crucial detail of all, her face! As if I want to remember that! The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make that mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the witness. What should I do? I get a feeling there's something more to this. About the straps... Miss Crudo, you seem especially interested in the straps. Why is that? What? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's this fascination? Fascination? People have all kinds of fetishes, Trite. We don't need to embrace the witness. Listen, you young upstarts, I haven't got some sick trap fetish. It is trap fetish. Even you're going there. Oh, God. Is there a relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps. I say I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times I repeat myself? Very well, continue with your testimony. Could only make it strapless. Grumble, grumble. You think an old CD really saw Maggie do it? Probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. He was there for the cute outfits, right? I guess that makes a good point. Can I just say something clever? What if the wit was really Maggie? That's when we have to figure it out. Servant girl Brian put something in it. There's no question about it. It's a wonder of power. Servant girl right there. I remember her well. Servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. I gotta do something. I feel like I missed something, so hold it! Alright. I'm gonna skip most of this until I get to the second option. Ask about the waitress's back. The identifying features you all described are things that you would have seen from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all? Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I'll tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Crudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure, sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Hold it! You didn't find anything to be clear distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes? No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down. Victor Crudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This turned out to be an hour of pride. Didn't see the witness from the front. Okay. I feel like I'm going automatic, so I'm gonna have to switch to manual. Swimming girl, there's ribbon. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her. Huh. Nothing that caught your interest. She didn't have a huge stain and coffee stain at the front. Right? Objection! Mr. Crudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. Ha! That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that, Well, you half-witted clot. You never saw the apron before. But that was the apron that the defendant was wearing on the day of the murder. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's something in eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. Just as you said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. Witness, you can't just oops your way out of this. So there was something off about it. Ha! Well, well, looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly, and when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. Hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. So there's only one waitress. But this guy never saw the waitress from the front, therefore could not identify it. So is it possible there's another waitress? The fate of the defendant may rest on what you remember seeing. Just to tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin is in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. Can't remember, probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well, let's just test how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Okay. He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand and a noisy brat kept rustling his pages. The young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that well. Then the serving girl in the question brought over the Javakino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we just heard was to test how credible the witness... We have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. So in other words, we're testing the witness based on reliability. Seems that to me the remembers the victim in the great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we going to handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cool? I suppose, but it's what I do best. About the victim. He was another one of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Broken pair? Hold it! Spectacles? Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green and the other one's broken. Newfangled rubbish, that's what I remember. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. But that would explain what called a pair of glasses. Seems to have been wearing one of those rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I would take the time wearing... should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Gardo's sharp appearance. We better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about those spectacles. He had some newspaper in his right hand and the noisy brat kept rustling his pages. Hold it! The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can you even read without fidgeting, How was it supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I need to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you just buy your own? What are you looking at me like that for, How do you judge me? Ow! Ow! Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way, anyway. The young man was listening to the wireless, and I remember that well. Hold it! Do you know what he was listening to? The wireless. The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh, boy. And use an earpiece, that's selfish. That's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for? How do you feel sorry for me? Ow! Ow! Then the serving girl in the question brought over the Javakino. Hold it! You mean the waitress, who you saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, is that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from front or behind? My eyes don't lie. Ow! I better not push until I got some hard evidence. Then the little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Free hand? Which hand? He had a newspaper in his right hand and the noisy brat kept rustling the pages. Hold it! So he would have done it with his left. His free hand? Yes, which hand was it? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the paper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't... What? Ow! Ow! How? Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Yeesh, I was only asking, no need to game up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of the cross-examination is to establish one thing. That the old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. You just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. One small thing to trip him up. Okay. What is it with this last one? Little Fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. So it would be his left hand. So what? You can only pick that cup up with your right hand. So, objection! Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this is a way of testing the credibility of your memory. I know, there's nothing wrong with memory, I tell you nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll plant the seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kodo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Ha! What is this, kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lip. Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said that you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeons off. Darn! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness... Wait! If you think I'm gonna stand here and listen to me tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about those dirty coffee cups. I know what I saw. You will still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's a dead young hot butt, and you spiky-haired yahoo are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. I've been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Kudo? But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. Left or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his spec. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. Okay. So he still insists. The victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool for a victim's line of work. HD, TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I think... Wait, was there a difference in the older version? Like, the DS version? I know there's like a bunch of differences between the DS version and the PS4 version. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white. His left or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece of the same side of the green lens as his specs. Hold it! So the victim was wearing an HMD. HDTV, CD, DVD, what does it matter? It's none of them actually, but anyways. But you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question. I could only see what side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, you'd only have the view of the side of the victim's head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. What was he fiddling with? it! Seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg. He was getting on my nerves, wrestling with the newspaper and fiddling with the earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all the fuss, dying for one sip of Javakino. I wanted to see him calm down, say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. Hold it! The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket. Or fasten to your left cuff with your right hand. And when your tour guide says on your right side, you'll see the famous blah 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 blah. You're the only one who desperately looks left. Well, aren't you? No, I didn't mean to. Obviously, you used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow! Ow! So if he had an HMD on his left side, then that would be his left hand, I guess. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. Hold it! You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. It's not because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. It looks like you really did see the guy picking up the cup with his left hand. This is the dead end! Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy is telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right. The Chuck evidence said until he breaks. But if he's not lying there wouldn't be any contradiction in the testimony, right? Okay. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as his green lens and the specs. So in other words, he was listening to his radio on his left ear. I know it's opposite because this is mirrored, by the way. So, if I was to show you something like this, of course it would be backwards. This is my left. So, he had the earpiece. He had the left ear. So what? Wait. The victim had hearing damage. So... the doctor reported in. Feeling it all the time is feeling. Wearing the earpiece is the same size as the green lens specs. Doctor transmitted back. Okay, the boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Hold it! So the victim was wearing HMD. Feel like, no question. Yeah, they're pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. For the opposite, table view the side of the victim's head. Fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. And then he used the same hand... Okay. Which ear... I don't know. Like, he had hearing damage, but which ear was it again? I can't remember. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of the... Maybe. What if I... Objection! Oh, it did work. I'm not sure what relevance this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observation of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can lock me if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. You can only see the side of his head where I was sitting. I don't think so. What do you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? The traces of medication for the condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order, order, order! This witness testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down, I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javakino with his left hand. Let me put you out of misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took the sip of the cup, held his right hand, and then switched to the left. That's what the old man saw. No, because there were no stands on the other side. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after just taking one sip. Which hand the victim used to pick up the cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand with one hand or the other. Mr. Elk drank the poison coffee like this. No, not good enough. The point of the testimony wasn't to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. It's not credible. The witness given by this witness is the testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Do you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old... I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from here. I'm sorry. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. The court is adjourned. Okay. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to the blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. I don't think that's how you're supposed to cross your T's and dot your I's. Not the other way around. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I kept my mouth shut up until now. But there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it may not be anything. But I wanted another chance. I wanted another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me as though I'm sort of an evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say? One final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook? Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javakino if you want to come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years, but Victor Kudo is still a man! That's enough, witness. I believe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet! Much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Ha 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 ha. You better get ready, youngster. I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. The final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that it might mean nothing, but I'm not sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of Javakino. Well, that clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. And you're probably doubting me again. You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man. So he slumped over and he frickin' knocked a vase over. Is that what you're saying? Because that vase still looks like it's in perfect condition. Alright, that's it. I know exactly what to... No, we're not doubting you. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lip? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bird brain, that's why all I can think of. Where are your final cross-examination, please? Okay, I know exactly where to hit. Quickly. With all stress, the young boy slumped over. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. So... No! Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. Ah, so what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. it didn't fall over. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? Hello, Granddad of yours, hopscotch! Ow! Ow! Enough! If you ah! What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes, go on. The broken vase, it was on my table. What? Ah, well, you see, it startled me that the young man had collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Ha ha ha! Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. Well, that's just one more embarrassing thought to bear with. Yeah, frickin' embarrassed yourself way too much. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask you, have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect upon yourself, Mr. Kudo. Ah! Wait a minute! If that's the case, then there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes. I remember something. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait! Listen to me! Did he actually have everything to say? Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I am not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the witness we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted in his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor. The witness we just heard from, he is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So I will summarize it accordingly into the statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need proof like that. Godot's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well, here you are, Miss Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Miss Godot. Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. It's more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. The court is adjourned. I guess I end it here. Time to take a break. Quickly. Alright, I need to relax so badly. Alright, part 3 investigation.